Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Suburban Adventures. And just 4 days ago I showed you that I opened my pool and it was bright green. You can check out that video. And here we are 4 days later and it is now crystal clear. So I wanted to do a quick video to show you, if you have an above ground pool and you've opened it after the winter and it was green like mine, I'm going to show you how in 4 days time you can get it crystal clear like this. So I know this isn't my normal content, I've been doing more fishing stuff lately, but when I was trying to get my pool cleaned up, I was searching for videos on how to get your pool clean after the winter, and I found a lot of videos that were geared towards like, oh, if you let your pool go for a week during the summer and it turned green. And I had a hard time finding anything about what happens if you'd left it over the winter and you opened it and it either wasn't winterized correctly or something. So I'm going to tell you the steps that I took to help you clean up your pool if you've opened it after the winter and it's ecto cooler green like mine was. So the first thing you want to do, step one, is you want to take your brush. If you have a pool brush, if not, you can use your vacuum. But I have a pool brush like this, and you just basically want to brush the sides and the bottom. Now, at first, it's going to be discouraging because your water is going to get even greener. Vacuuming it is not going to do much good. Because basically all you're going to be doing is, before you can vacuum up the algae on the bottom, it's just going to brush it in to the water. So you want to brush the sides, you want to brush the bottom, and get all of that algae that has settled onto the bottom and the sides into the water so it can be filtered out. Once you have brushed the sides and the bottom, the second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and shock it. Okay, now depending on how green your pool is, you're probably going to have to do this a couple times. So mine was very green, and I actually ended up shocking it 3 times. Before you shock it, you of course want to make sure that your pump and your filter are all hooked up and running. You've got the water up to where it needs to be. Now, this is the shock that I have used. This is Clorox Extra Blue. Now, what I like about this is that it also has like an algicide in it. It's got 6 in 1. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit it with an extra dose, okay? At least double or triple what you normally would use. So this one packet is for 10,000 gallons or 12,000. You can see right there. It says for 12,000 gallons. Now, I wish that I could tell you that I used my basic high school geometry to figure out the volume of my pool, but I'd be lying to you. I just Googled it, and my pool, for example, is a 5,000 gallon pool. Now, I don't have a very big pool. It's only a 15-foot round. So normally, if I'm gonna just shock it, I'm gonna use half a bag. So when I shocked it, I dumped this whole bag in, so I'm basically doubling what I needed. Now, when you shock it, what you're going to do is you're just going to broadcast it around the outside of the pool. Do not dump it into the intake basket. Don't dump it into the filter. You're just going to want to broadcast it around the edge of the pool. Once you've shocked it, just give it 24 hours. Turn your pump and filter on. Let it run for 24 hours. You're just going to have to let it run for a couple days probably. Watch that electricity bill go up. Mine's basically been running for 4 days straight. I did it in 24 increments, so 24-hour increments. So I scrubbed it, shocked it, and then I gave it 24 hours. And step 3, after you've let the shock work for 24 hours with a pump and filter running, step 3 is go ahead and backwash your filter. Just go ahead, backwash it, rinse it like you normally would. You'll see in there, you'll see the green coming out. Make sure you got all that green algae that's in the filter backwashed out. And then what you're going to do is just start that process over again. If it still isn't clear, if it's, a lesser shade of green, go back add another dose of shock, run the filter for 24 hours, and just keep repeating that process. Just keep repeating that process till it's clear. With my pool, I did it 3 times. Shocked it, let it run for 24 hours, backwashed it. Shocked it again, let it run for 24 hours, backwashed it. Shocked it again, let it run for 24 hours. And finally, on about the 4th day, you can see it's crystal clear. Now all I just got to do is I'm just going to vacuum it. There's not even a lot of algae just left in the bottom. Along the outside, along the edges, there's definitely some algae still. So I'll either scrub it with the brush or get the kids in there to scuff it up when they're in the pool. But that's really the process. That's basically the process to get your pool cleaned up. If you see videos are like in 10 hours or less or 5 hours or less, I don't know. I wouldn't trust it. Depending, of course, on the size of your pool and the size of your filter in relation to your pool. My filter is a lot bigger than I actually need for my pool, so it does work a little bit better. Now I'm going to give you one last secret, and these are these Skimmer socks. I tell everybody that has a pool that these Skimmer socks, I discovered these probably about 10 years ago, and you can pick these up at your local pool store. I actually got these at Lowe's Home Improvement in their pool supply section. These things work absolutely fantastic. So let me show you what these things are. They come in usually packs of 5, and all they are it's basically just like a sock. It's almost like what you describe as like either tights or like pantyhose type of material, you know. And you just put them in your skimmer, and I've been using these for years, and let me show you the results of this. So this is my skimmer with one of those socks in it. Now if you can see, what it does is it picks up smaller particles that would normally just go through this basket, and you can see this sock. I've had it, it's been in there for about, I'd say probably 24 hours. You can just see how absolutely filthy it is, but there's a lot of gunk on here that would have otherwise just passed through this. So it picks up smaller particles that normally would go through the basket. Now I do want to tell you, with these, you do want to make sure that you're checking this and you're cleaning them. You can either just swap them out. What I actually do is I actually just hose them out. So there you go, guys. That's it. Right? Scrub it, shock it, run it for 24 hours, backwash it, repeat the process, and I would say within a week you should be looking at this crystal clear pool. And I can't overstate this enough. Grab those Skimmer socks. They work incredible. Just make sure you're cleaning it, or else it will restrict the water flow that's coming through that Skimmer basket. So make sure you're checking it every so often, because you can burn out your pump if it's not getting enough water in there. The Skimmer socks collect so much junk that'll restrict the water flow, so make sure you're checking them. Well, I hope you found this helpful. I will be back to some, fishing content here shortly. Just wanted to post this to help you out if you were in the same situation than I am. Anyway, you can check out more videos there, subscribe there. We'll see you next time.